Alright, so I'm back. Little update, just so no one thinks I disappeared. Not that I have all that many subscribers, but the ones I do have, hopefully they would like to see what I'm doing. I rearranged everything down here, as you can see, to make room for more stuff. Over here, my monitor, I got a 4600 I got to put back in the Pac-Man that's on location up at the Chico's Market in Brewster, New York. It's in the bar. If you're watching this and you want to go play Pac-Man, original Pac-Man, no 60-in-1 boards or anything. Running original hardware, if you care. I got rid of a Trivia Wiz Cabaret. I took the monitor out of it. It's a good 4800 monitor. So I took that. Got a little bit of burn, but still it's fine. I kind of piled everything on top of here while I was moving things around. I have to clean off my ball bowler and move all this stuff where it's supposed to go so I could actually clean it, the ball bowler, and play it. I fixed a problem in the ball bowler was having with counting strikes, so that's done. This is the replacement speaker panel for Robotron. I was going to do a video of me putting it in, but John's Arcade beat me to it. Oh well. This is the CPO for Robotron, so we'll get that put up there and done when we can. This is the DVD repair kit that I'm going to try to use to fix my Robotron marquee. When I get over there, I'll show you what kind of state it's in. And I'll do a video of it. I'll record myself doing it. So if I destroy my Robotron marquee, we could all watch that together and point and laugh. Some bulbs. I'll show you what those are about in a minute. You can see this is a back glass for a Robocop, which I just got. More on that in a moment. My gauntlet, I stuck it over here on carpet sliders to get out of the way, but it still needs to be cleaned up. Still needs something done with it. The lower display of my funhouse went out. I gotta check that. I'm pretty sure it's gassed out, but I gotta check the voltages, and then if not, we'll get a nice pin score display. My tapper's not saving high scores, and the cordless phone battery I put in it is not working because I went away on vacation for a week, came back, and no scores. So we gotta check that. Here's Robotron, still sitting here. Still sitting here. It's gonna get finished. I put the high score saves kit in my Miss Pac-Man. It works fantastic. I was playing around with that. The one with Pengo and all that. I like that kit a lot. Very, very much worth the money. And here's what I just got. A Robotron, Robocop Pinball. I'll do a separate video on this. You know, maybe I'll just do it now. I picked this up off Letgo. The last couple things I found the gauntlet on Letgo, and I found this on Letgo. This has been sitting on Letgo for about 2 or 3 months, and I messaged the guy to say, hey, you don't have this, right? And he messaged me back and says, yeah, I still have it. I want to get it the hell out of my garage. He was asking upwards of $1,700, and he sent me some pictures, and we talked about it, and I got him down to under $1,000. So I'm very, very happy with that. Well under $1,000. So that's a score in my opinion. It's there's not a lot of these out there. I've always wanted a Robocop, so I'm happy I found one locally too. I put a wanna buy ad for a Robocop on Pinside and KLOV, and I got some outrageous numbers of people. Oh, I got a Robocop for $2,500. Robocop is not worth $2,500 in any condition, in my opinion, anyway. Hey, Leslie, you want to pay $2,500 for a Robocop? You could have mine. How about that? But anyway, the story with this is this guy's brother, as you can see, it's in pieces. This guy's brother got it. And I don't know if I got the whole story, but what it sounds like to me is this guy's brother bought it from somewhere for the brother and the guy I bought it from to fix up together. But they had no idea what they're doing, fixing a pinball machine. And that's pretty evident as I go through it. It's actually it's very dirty. It looks crummy right now if you're a hardcore pin person, but a lot of it's just dirt. I mean, there's a little bit of wear on the decals and the inserts and stuff, but it's actually in really good condition. It's just very dirty. The meter, the credit meter, has 12,000 plays on it, and the credit meter still works. That tells me this didn't get a whole lot of use. The Mylar's got factory Mylar. One thing that's nice about Data East, which I've noticed on some other games, is that, they Mylar everything. I mean, a lot of times you see Williams and Bally stuff, they'll Mylar down here. But once you get up into the pop bump area and the rollovers and the orbit, they don't Mylar up there, but they did on here. This is all Mylar. Everything's Mylar. You know, I'm guessing it's factory, or maybe it was done later. It's even Mylar'd up in here. So very happy about that. So it saved the playfield. And like I said, you know, this isn't wear. It's just if I run my hand across there, it's just, maybe it doesn't pick it up on camera, but it's just dirt. It's just gritty and dirty. So that needs to be done. The flippers are a disaster. This flipper bracket with the base plate's broken, so that's got to be replaced. The guy was having trouble with the flipper. I flipped it over, and it's broken right at the where it folds over from the plate down to where it attaches to the playfield. And this just, you can see it sticks. This needs to be rebuilt. I don't think it was ever really cared for very much. Just I could take off now, but this had some breakage in here. This was breaking, this was separating. So I glued it. This whole piece, as you can kind of see the breaks here, was coming down. Somebody stuck a screw in here and painted it or markered it. That screw's really not doing all that much. I put a screw back through here to kind of hold this all together, and that seems to hold it. But it's that's a lot more stable than it was. This whole piece was coming forward and breaking in the back. There's no light. There you go. You can see my glue line down here. You can see the screw I put in the back of there and some dried glue. But it was split all the way down, so I glued it and clamped it, and now it's nice and strong. Some good wood glue. So you notice the head is off. One of the reasons I took the head off was to make that repair, but also to get things into my basement. I have a 28.5, 29-inch doorway, and these back boxes are typically something like 30 inches or over. So it doesn't work. So any pinball machine that comes down here, I have to take the head off. So I'm very good at actually taking the heads off and disconnecting and reconnecting things. But I got to start shopping this. But the game, like I said, it's in good condition. Plastics are kind of a disaster in certain places, but they do make repo plastics for this. They make a full set and a half set. The half set has, this plastic's always broken. The slings are always broken. These aren't. That plastic's always broken, and that plastic's always broken. I'm pretty sure if you get the half set, that's all you get. I'm going to evaluate a little bit better and see, maybe I'll get a full set, depending how much money it is. There you go. Like I said, just dirty. Underfield. Oh. The underfield's nice and clean. You can see where the flipper bracket there, the base plate, is broken. This one's still intact. This one looks like it's been replaced. The originals, I'm pretty sure, were that gunmetal color, black. So the underside's very clean. I mean, you look at this. Very, very clean. The bottom of it smells a little musty. I'm going to wipe that out and vacuum it out. You can see they didn't like the tilt. They taped the tilt so that it wouldn't tilt. There's all the connectors I had to rip out or take out from the back box. That's, if you take good pictures, it's never a problem. It's not that hard to put back together. Okay. And that's the captured ball. Over in here, I had a little bit of splitting here, which again, I could take this off now. You can see the crack in here. So that got glued. Somebody had previously screwed it, so after I glued it, I just put the screws back in. They kind of stick out the bottom, so I'll take those screws out, and I'll put some smaller wood screws in just to hold that together. But it's nice, and I had to glue it over here. This was a little shaky. That's nice. Displays work. Battery, no battery corrosion. Nice and clean. Get out of the light here. Boards are clean. Everything works. The pop bumpers are a little lazy, but they work. Power supply needs to be rebuilt. It just is a matter of course, because you can see it looks like somebody did the bottle cap transistor at one time. But you can see the caps on here, probably original. And also this little cap here, that little one you can see right there, to the bottom left of that screw on the heatsink. That always goes bad. That always leaks. So I'll grab a kit and replace that stuff. So far so good. The interesting thing was, I don't know what the hell somebody did. But when I got there, the guy said, oh, it's not kicking balls out. It's just clicking. So if you know anything about pinball machines, is what happens is this relay here, this switches between the transistors running flash lamps and coils. This relay was just put in the board. It wasn't soldered. I don't know who did what. They claim, no, we just pulled it out and this and that. They didn't rip any of the traces out or any of the solder pads out. But this relay was just sitting in the board. If you touched it, it would fall out of the board. And mind you, it's sitting up vertical. When I went to look at the machine, somebody has stuck it in there. So I went back and I soldered it in now. And yeah, bridge is okay. Check the bridge rectifier. Fuse is okay. Fuse holders are okay. But that was bizarre. That sits in the game in this orientation, and that was just stuck in there, hanging by friction. It was very odd. Another reason I think this wasn't, so I gotta put this back in. I'll start putting this back together today. Another reason I don't think this was played much, again, if you know anything about pinball machines, a big problem with a lot of machines, you see them most on Williams, probably just because they're the most common, is general illumination. The general illumination connector burns to a crisp, both the header and the connector. That's the original header. I'm pretty sure it's the original connector I have on the machine, on the harness in the cabinet right now. And it's not burned at all, not even yellow. So again, I don't think this thing got a whole lot of play, which is nice. Cosmetically, I've never been into cabinet cosmetics. As you can see here, you know, it got all worn off, and you know, cabinet probably saw a little bit of water. On the back of the back box, it's a tiny bit bubbled. But again, my stuff's all squished together. I'm not a big pinball nut, so I'm not too concerned about cabinet aesthetics, as long as the playfield looks nice and has very, very minimal wear and the electronics and mechanics work. I'm happy. So, yeah, I think that's it. Sorry to ramble, but I figured I'd do a little video. More stuff coming soon, like I said. And, yeah, that's about it. Thank you.